Joe Budden has returned after being off quite a few episodes. And the return was the return as to the old set. And it was in Park's, the Park studio, the Park's basement.
Yes.
And
classic set.
Yeah, honestly, when I saw that, I was
nostalgia.
Just immediately. It's just like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that we're here right now.
It was a different vibe too.
Yeah, it ain't the same, like coming back with something just like that. It could have been a unfantastic podcast, even though it was a good podcast. Could have been unfantastic, but just the fact that it was there added like extra brownie points to the whatever was happening.
I wonder how they felt though.
Yeah, I was
like,
about to
just
say,
like I feel the lost souls of Rory's ass.
The ghost of Rory.
Yeah, like.
Did y'all see any of the episodes when he wasn't there?
Yes.
I saw one.
Couldn't complete
and
it.
You couldn't complete it?
I couldn't complete them, no.
You ain't like flip 𝙃𝚃𝚃?
Yeah.
Not all the way.
Melissa Ford got in her bag though, Lauren.
She did a little bit. A little bit.
Did you like the vibe? How'd you feel about the vibe?
The vibe
of
is
like,
cool, but like there's just you can tell that it's not practiced enough in this format.
They don't have enough reps.
They don't have enough reps at that yet. So like I enjoyed the vibe and the energy of it, but there's just transitional periods and moments that they got to get better at.
Was it a bad rep?
Nah, but it's just like when it's time to do like the prospects intro, when it's time to do certain things or whatever else, it's like to switch topic or do this. Like the intro, he tried to do the intro the way Joe does it, and it's like it'd have been cool to just maybe do your own.
Exactly.
And that might have fixed it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool to piggyback off what he's doing to make sure it's right, but like maybe flip it your way a little bit more instead of trying to bite every single thing.
It felt like they were trying to fill in for Joe's space. Like everybody individually was trying to give a piece of Joe.
They were kind of doing it sarcastically to fuck on him too.
Yeah.
Like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So that was cool. But
It was a little bit. It was a little satirical.
Yeah, it was a little satirical.
But I do think they be having the comments in mind sometimes.
Have to what?
I think they be having the comments in mind to where it's like,
that affects
okay,
them more than it does
they're
Joe.
thinking so far ahead into the future where, okay, Joe episode, no Joe Budden. We already know that they're gonna say this about him, this about her. So let's just try to counteract that by doing this on the front end.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, being prepared isn't the worst thing in the world, but sometimes you just get in the way, just actually popping your shit for real.
It's just going. But then also, it's they don't have enough reps doing this alone. It wasn't bad. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was like amazing either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Same,
like I'm kind of in the middle. But there were definitely great moments that happened outside of that. You know what I mean? I've already never been a watch from beginning to end. I've always watched like 3 to 5 clips of each episode, which is damn near like, you know what I mean? I'm always watching Joe
Could you
Budden
see Joe taking
clips.
my bad. Could you see Joe taking like a bi-weekly break?
Nope.
You couldn't see that?
Joe seemed comfortable enough with the product.
I was just about to say.
On the episode when he came back, I don't know if it was a little fluff, but he was like, hey, man, you guys did your thing. I was genuinely surprised.
That's like even a clip. And I was like, he's just been waiting on this. Like he's been trying to get to a point where they can hold their own.
Yeah.
Because, and it's weird, like.
I think the next time around will be much better.
You think so?
For sure. And the reason is, also too is because we already know this nigga Joe is crazy, bruh. So it's like you might have one of the. First of all, Flip is gonna always be walking on eggshells when he's not there. Because don't let me turn my fucking YouTube episode on and you turn this shit into the Flip show. I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying? You still need to maintain my show, but be you. So I feel like there's those eggshells because they always clash about the 𝙃𝚃 thing, or they used to clash a lot about the 𝙃𝚃 thing. So that's all about. Don't turn this too much into your production. You know. But then also the other ones. They don't have. I feel like you might try to go strong in one direction, and then Joe's critique to you, like, nigga, you fucked everything up when you did that. Like they have that type of hesitation.
You studied the conversation
because you have hesitation on what his critique might be of what your performance was.
Exactly. It's almost that movie where the dude was a musician and he had like a real hard teacher.
Whiplash.
A whiplash. And he got into a car accident trying to get back to the last little rehearsal shit.
Yeah.
It's like when your sensei is putting that much pressure on you, it's like you kind of jump the gun a little bit.
Yeah.
You jump the gun or don't do enough. You pussyfoot to where you want to comfortably go.
You actually get trained in trauma.
Yeah.
It depends on the person though.
It depends on the person.
It depends on the person because Rory and Maul seem pretty good.
Rory
they lived through their trauma.
Handles pressure.
You know what I mean? But when I was watching the new episode that dropped, I was like, they didn't seem too pleased that he was back.
They seemed upset that he was back.
I can't find a specific clip or a specific moment, but just seeing how they talked to each other when Joe was gone, like I could tell that they was like, damn, we was starting to
have fun,
get into a thing.
Really,
like,
yeah, for sure.
I'll just ball that nigga back.
I think it might be a little deeper than like, oh, Joe's just spoiling the fun, because his absence is a little mysterious. Like, even the way that they was talking about it, it was like, exactly. Yo, nigga, I called you. Like, I thought we was cool. You ain't fucking call me and tell me what this emergency was. So it's like, it's a little vague.
And the Jay-Z story drop. That's the biggest thing, I think.
The Jay-Z story drop.
Which you didn't
and
even
they even
comment
kind of laughed at how, like, they thought you was avoiding the conversation.
Exactly.
But when you have your sensei that's the whiplash kind of dude, he's perfection. So whenever, like, he does something that's questionable, because they all sitting there thinking, yo, if I did this shit, if I, like, disappeared for 2 episodes for some vague, weird reason and came back like nothing happened, I feel like he would have something to say.
That's the thing. I don't think the energy was bad from the show when he came back. I think it's more like there's really an underlying feeling amongst all of them as to, yo, how do you think we did? And he didn't really give him that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's like, I think that's what. I think that's what. Yeah. So I think that's what it was.
That's that Mr. Miyagi syndrome, nigga.
Yeah.
He said I was
niggas waxing on and waxing off in this.
He gave them one general. Look, I was pleasantly surprised at what y'all did. I'm not about to break down what you did good and what, but figure it out.
He's surprised. Surprised. They did better than he thought.
Possibly,
he would do.
For longer than he thought.
Why were they slated to do
multiple
bad?
Episodes?
All of these people, damn near all of these people, either have their own platforms or have been a part of platforms before, and they're all here together. So why would Joe leaving even be a
because
thing?
I think
he's such a big part of the show.
He's such a big part of the show, but it's like
because he knows that they all look up to him in a weird way.
He's also said in his past that in this episode he said, in my past, I never thought I would be able to do this. I always thought the show would fail if I wasn't there. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all proved that wouldn't be the case.
If there was ever a sickness that only got us 3 here on the couch sick, and y'all niggas were available to do homeroom, you could do it.
I'd do it.
You could do it. You and F-Mac?
Yes.
Y'all body that shit.
It'd be hilarious.
And what's funny is I think like everybody there is okay with Joe not being there. Because is it in everybody's best interest if Joe isn't there? Like if they can all pull their own weight. Nah, like just think about it. If they can
the only one in them prospects commercials.
But not like
that matters.
If they could all pull their weight.
If they could all pull their own weight, is it in everybody's best interest? Does everybody get paid well? Or even like, like maybe a little bit more?
Ideally, everybody on the team that got drafted is doing what they got drafted to do. So if like Queens Flip, we want you to be funny. If you're being as funny as possible, that's better for the show. But are you saying should that turn into more dollars?
I'm saying individually. If Joe has a vision of like wanting to be gone some episodes, then that kind of means it's in everybody's best interest to want him gone. For them to pull their own weight.
Because they're more comfortable with him gone.
Well, if that's how their ego works in order for them to start being better so that can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course he's just still going to be there for the draft picks.
I don't even think it's a thing about like Joe wanting time off. I think he wants to just be comfortable in the fact that if he did have a situation.
My show is not going to be
trash. He could leave.
Yeah.
The Patreon isn't going to suffer for a week. Like the ship will take care of itself. Everybody wants their business get to that point where you can just
where you can go on vacation. Bro.
You go on vacation and have that shit run smoothly.
Yeah.
Lauren's getting there with his vending machines,
Yeah, I'm getting there. I got a guy now.
Yeah, got a guy. His name is F-Mac. He brings the cheeses.
But let's see why he actually said he left. Because that was the mysterious thing. First thing, before.
How y'all feel about Mark Lamont Hill real quick? Because I feel like he's been blended in kind of good.
He's
always been blending in real well.
He's always been solid.
Yeah,
At first,
pretty good.
I was like, man, this dude, but he grew on me.
Because of his past history.
Yeah, because he lost an argument to one of the greats.
Yeah, that happens.
Candace Owens?
Patrice O'Neal.
Oh.
But we see where you lie, nigga. Yeah. One of the greats. Candace Owens. He said a comment too.
Candace Owens be stepping on niggas, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you right.
Stepping on niggas.
She do be stepping on niggas.
Yeah, nigga.
Did y'all believe why Joe said that he wasn't? Maybe I'll start the bell.